Hello, gore horrors and deadites. I'm Sam. Welcome to Our Life in Horror. I'm exhausted. I'm so tired. I don't know why. I just really am. I went to bed really early last night. What day is it? I don't even know what fucking day it is. It's Sunday today. It's a long weekend. So Saturday night, went to bed by like 9:30 because I was so tired. But yeah, we're up. We're doing this, and I'm wrapping up August. I cannot believe it's September already. I have 15 movies I am going to be talking about. I'm basically just going to name them off, tell you what I rated them on Letterboxd, and just say a little bit about them. I'm not going to spoil anything because you might not have seen some of these. So there are some shows that I watched too, actually. So I'll talk about those quickly. What did I watch? I started Wolf Creek, the TV series. Apologies if my dogs are loud in the back. I started the Wolf Creek TV show, and I really, really loved this episode 1 opening. Um, and then I felt like things kind of slowed down a bit. I think I only got like 2 or 3 episodes in. I'm gonna have to go back to it because I hear that season 2, Bitter Wolf told me that season 2 is more Mick Taylor, whereas season 1 is more the girl we're following. So yeah, I'm gonna have to go back and try and get back into it. I'm really bad with TV shows, and it's funny because I used to be the opposite. TV used to be the only thing I watched. I never really watched a lot of movies. Like every now and then I would watch a horror movie or a rom-com, but it wasn't like I was doing it every day. And now, because of the channel and ever since I met Brendan, really, I started watching more movies. But what else did I watch? I watched Love is Blind UK. It was actually pretty good. I liked it. There was a reunion as well, which is nice. I can't remember how many people ended up getting married, but if you're a fan of reality TV, I recommend that show. I also have been binge watching the show Mom. That is the show with Anna Faris, and it's about her and her mom. And Anna Faris is a mom as well. And they're both alcoholics in AA. It has sort of been my comfort show this month. A lot of people know I've been very open about it on Twitter. I am 32 days sober today, which is really exciting. I've struggled with alcohol for probably 13 years. So yeah, pretty pumped about that. And obviously the first month is I hear is the hardest. So I got through it by watching Mom. It really comforted me and made me feel like I was not alone and going through what they were going through. And it's a really funny show, so and very relatable for me. So I highly recommend the show Mom with Anna Faris. She's hilarious. I also tried watching Interview with the Vampire season 1. I think I watched 1 episode. I was very intrigued, but I never picked it back up. I'm so bad for that. Yeah, I can't really think of anything else off the top of my head that I watched, show-wise, but movie-wise, you guys all right? Movie-wise, let's go through my movies. So the first movie that I watched in the month of August was The Silence of the Lambs, and it was my first time watching it. Did not think I would be into this movie because of the subgenre, I guess. It's very focused on the crime, and I know I'm not I did not like the movie Seven. I do not like that movie. I think it is so slow and boring. I really like the crime scenes in that movie, and that's about it. So when I was watching Silence of the Lambs, I was very impressed that I liked it. I was very invested in the conversations between Hannibal and Clarice and Buffalo Bill, I think his name was. I thought that was super cool at the end, like him. I was really invested in this. I like that he was I think I'm really into female captivity movies, so the fact that he was getting girls was probably also a plus for me. So yeah, Silence of the Lambs, I gave it a 4.5 stars out of 5. So that's pretty good. The next movie I watched was What Lies Below from 2020. This movie, oh, it's a creature feature. The poster looks really cool. The trailer looked all right, but the actual movie itself was just okay. Um, there's pretty people in it. There's a very handsome man that plays the new boyfriend. So there's that. Mina Suvari is in it. She's from American Pie. I absolutely love her. I've read her book. She's awesome. But yeah, this movie was just okay. I gave it a 3. It's super cheesy, but it does have a bit of a dark ending, which I appreciate. The next movie, this was a rewatch. I watched it with Brendan. We watched 2006's Stay Alive. I love Sophia Bush. I remember this movie from high school, and it's funny because when we watched it, I could remember the video game and the character of this woman. And yeah, this one is just nostalgic and it's just fun. It's an early 2000s movie. That's my decade, and I just really enjoy it. So if you have not seen Stay Alive by any chance, you should definitely watch it. But there's lots of fans of it. The next movie, we went to the movie to see Trap, and I know this movie gets a lot of hate. I gave this a 5-star. I loved it. I thought it was so much fun. So much fun, but also my heart was racing for the majority of this movie. Um, yeah, again, I probably went into this movie with anxiety because I was on day 3 of sobriety. So my heart was probably racing to begin with, so that might have enhanced it. But I really enjoyed it. I thought Josh Hartnett was awesome. I loved even the last act of this movie. I don't want to say too much because it's a new movie, so I do not want to get into spoilers, but I gave it a 5-star. I feel like if I watched it again at home, it might go down a star. But for the first watch, I was on the edge of my seat. My next movie is Landmine Goes Click. Yeah, this movie was on my watch list for years, and I just kept putting it off because of the content. I really do like bleak and disturbing movies, but I have to be in the mood for them. This one I gave a 4-star, and if you want to know more about it, I did do a review on it this month, so go back and check that out. Trigger warning, there is SA in it. My next movie. So I did not rate this movie because of the content of it. I logged it on Letterboxd and that's it. I did not want to give this a rating. It is called Snowtown. It is about the Snowtown murders in Australia. It's an Aussie film. This is based off a true story. It's really fucked up. So if you want to watch Snowtown, I highly recommend you look into it first. If you have triggers, definitely look at the content. Maybe read the story beforehand. It is not a light movie at all. And there were a couple scenes, and I was watching this on my phone at work, so a tiny little screen, and there's a couple scenes I was like looking away because it was just really disturbing and very sad. My next movie, I went to the theaters opening night to see It Ends With Us. I'm a big Colleen Hoover fan, love her books. This was definitely my favorite of her books. I ugly cried when I read it. I don't know, it just really hit me. Um, I'm a big Blake Lively fan. There's so much drama surrounding this film, though. I'm trying to stay out of it because I do not want it to taint my thoughts on the movie or the book because the book is really dear and close to my heart, and I actually really enjoyed the movie. I thought it was an amazing adaptation. I thought they nailed everything. I thought the character choices were awesome. I loved her outfits. I loved the way they covered the domestic violence was done tastefully, I thought. Yeah, you're gonna see so much drama around this film though, so yeah, again, staying out of it. I did a Patreon episode on this movie though, so yeah, I did a Patreon episode on this movie, so if you're interested in that, you can check out our Patreon. um Next up is Alien. We were preparing for Romulus, so I watched the first Alien film for the first time. I gave it a 1.5 star. I apologize to all the alien lovers out there. I am not an alien girly. I do not like sci-fi movies, do not like space movies, do not I just do not. This movie is also like over 2 hours long, and I thought it was so slow and boring. I was not invested in any of the characters, didn't even care for Ripley. And I say that respectfully because I know a lot of people love this movie. It just was not for me. So that is my rating. And yeah, it's not going to change. Next up, we watched Alien Romulus at the theaters. And with that being said, me not liking alien movies or sci-fi movies, I gave this a 4.5 star. I freaking loved it. I thought it was amazing. I definitely think Fede Alvarez has a big part in that because I love his previous movies. Don't Breathe and Evil Dead 2013 are just bangers. He only makes bangers. I will watch anything that he makes. So if it was anyone else making this movie, yeah, you heard it. If it was anyone else making this movie, I don't know if I would have liked it as much. So yeah, 4.5 stars for that. We also did a review on it, so go check that out. My next movie is Midnight Movie. This is from 2008. Brendan and I got it really cheap, so we decided to throw it on. Um, God, to be completely honest, I don't even really remember it that well. It takes place in a movie theater. I believe what happens in the movie that they're watching is starting to happen in the theater from what I remember. Honestly, I gave it a 0.5 star, so that says a lot. The fact that I can't remember it too well also says a lot. Yeah, just gonna move on from that. My next movie is Aliens. Yes, we watched the sequel because we did a watch party on it. We did this on YouTube. So, Aliens. Everyone was telling me I was gonna like this more than Alien because of how much more action-packed it is, which is fine, but I'm also not into action movies. I liked the characters more. It was definitely more fast-paced, but I still only gave it a 2 star. I still don't really care for this movie at all. Um, yeah, it was a tiny step up from Alien, but I'm just, yeah, not an Alien girl. Um, the next movie we watched was Milk and Cereal. This is the found footage film that is new on YouTube, and it is phenomenal. It's about just over an hour long. It's very short, but it is super creepy. We did a episode or a video on this as well, so you can go check out that review. But I highly recommend you watching Milk and Cereal if you have not seen it yet. I'm not sure if I said this already, but I gave it a 4 star. My next movie is Friday the 13th, A New Beginning. This was my first time watching this one, and I thought it was okay. Just okay. I didn't hate it. I didn't love it. I ended up giving it 3 stars. I was just watching it at work, so yeah, it was fine. My next movie is I also tried watching Jason Takes Manhattan. I only got like 20 minutes in and I turned it off. I was at work again, so I just didn't have time to finish it. I might go back one day. I wasn't loving it, but not hating it again. Little Bone Lodge is my next one. Sorry, my dog's moving shit. Little Bone Lodge. This one I saw people posting about months ago, and it's on Tubi, free to watch. It's also called The Last Exit, I believe. It's from 2023. This movie was phenomenal. I gave it a 4.5 star. It was like almost perfect. I did a review on it as well. You can go check that out. So many twists. Like, you don't know who you're rooting for. You don't know who's going to end up being the bad guys. Like, it keeps going back and forth. It is so, so, so good. So good. So definitely check that one out if you have not seen it. It is on Tubi. It's free, so you have no excuses. And my last movie is The Drownsman. This movie is from 2014. I thought it had a pretty cool concept. It's about a guy who is drowning girls, I guess in like his lair or whatever. And he ends up haunting this one girl. It's a really cool concept. I liked the characters. I just kind of felt like it wasn't fully executed properly. I feel like there's definitely things I would have changed. And because of that, I only gave it a 2 star. It's not terrible, but it didn't blow me away. So yeah, I gave that a 2. I just want to check if there's anything else I missed. Oh yeah, okay, so I started watching The Mist the other night, and that was my first time ever watching it. I got half hour in, only turned it off because I was super tired. It was late at night that we started it. I will go back and finish it because I do need to see it. I hear that the ending is crazy. Um, yeah, so The Mist. I will go back and watch that, and hopefully that will be on my Letterboxd for September. And one more we did not finish. This was a movie I was really looking forward to, done by the Addams Family. They're known for Hellbender, and I believe Deeper You Dig, it's called. I loved Hellbender so much. Their new movie Hellhole on Shudder, we only watched half of it and then we turned it off, mainly because it was late, but we did not go back to it because I was not really enjoying it. I don't think Brendan was either, but there's definitely people out there that have given it love. So if you're into creature features and you like the Addams Family's movies, I would go check them out. They're such a cool family. Like the fact that they all make movies together, it was really cool. It's a husband and wife, and then their daughter is involved sometimes. They're also in a band. I think their band might be called Hellbender. I'm not too sure. Don't quote me on that. But yeah, check it out. I think it's on Shudder. You might like it. But that is it. I also started my reality show, The Challenge. Don't know if anyone else still watches that show. I've been watching it since I was really young. I think they're on season 40 now. I've only watched the first episode so far. I got to get back into it, but I still freaking love The Challenge. It's a show I will never get sick of. I think I just took a break for like a year and a half, maybe at one point, but then I caught back up and I love that show so much. But yeah, that's my August wrap up. So I cannot believe it's September already. I am probably going to put some Halloween decor up today. It is September 1st, and that is when it is acceptable for me. I mean, people put it up, some people have it up all year round, and that's cool. That's just not my thing. We have all our horror stuff in the basement. Upstairs, we have a tiny bit of horror stuff. I mostly like to try and keep it more zen up there. But yeah, September 1st is when I like to decorate. So that might be happening today. I'm so excited for Halloween. We have our Halloween collab video still that we are going to be putting together. So if you have not submitted a clip for that, the info is basically, I think it's on our community page. So basically all you have to do is send a quick clip of you telling us what your favorite movie to watch during spooky season is. The clips are due tomorrow. So September 1st, they're due. Just has to be a minute or two of you talking, and we're going to mash them all together with other people in the community, and we are going to release it later September, early October. I'm not too sure yet. But yeah, send us those clips to ourlifeinhorror@hotmail.com. Besides that, let me know what you've watched this month. Let me know if any of these movies are ones you like, if you haven't seen them, if you're going to check them out. So yeah, comment, like, share, subscribe, and always remember to stay spooky.